G'day trendsetters, today I'm coming to you from Covington, Georgia. Right behind me is the Newton County Courthouse. You might notice the very impressive clock tower there. This town and many of the surrounding areas have been featured in the TV show Vampire Diaries, in addition to movies such as the Cannonball Run starring Burt Reynolds, RIP. So I'm going to show you a short tour of the town and then ride some of the marvellous roads that lay south of town. Let's get cracking. A quick tour of the businesses that surround the square in the centre of town. Covington Women's Club. Let's take a quick roll through the square in the centre of town. Here's all you need to know about Covington Square. Right now there's a tour going on about Vampire Diaries. I'll let you in a little secret. I've never seen the TV show ever. The old firehouse circa 1870. Ramsey Furniture right next door. The old Sinclair gasoline station here. Looks like it's been restored to its former glory. No longer a gasoline station. Reproduction petrol pump. Oh yeah. Local bloke, likely a one owner, SS El Camino. I love El Caminos. Remind me of the Aussie Ute. A local newspaper, the Covington News. The Judge Horace J. Johnston Jr. Judicial Centre. There's the Newton County, Georgia Administration Building. Directly ahead is the old jail house for Newton County. I'll tell you folks, if you want to tour this little city, best hopping on your bicycle. Very efficient. And I know a lot of you trendsetters love this. This is the United States Post Office for Covington, Georgia. I know I often get asked, why do you feature the post office? Because it is a bastion of American society. Without the post office, no packages, no mail, no bills. Those parts suck. But apart from that, I love the post office. And you should too. And thank you, postal worker, as well. To the City Hall for Covington, Georgia. It is a Georgia City of Excellence, according to their sign right there. Uh-oh, folks. I've just spotted an old railway trestle. You know what that means. Approaching former railway trestle. For those new to the channel, whoops, I'm quite a railway nut, especially historical railway stuff. Old railway stations, bridges, and trains, of course. I wonder how long ago this trestle that I might be riding possibly was decommissioned. Would I drive a car across this? No way. Would I ride a bicycle across this? Maybe. American Legion post number 32 for Covington, Georgia. You might also notice everything is blooming. Dogwood trees. Stating the obvious, I'm riding inside a cemetery. Fans of the Vampire Diaries will know how significant this cemetery is. There are many beautiful houses in the historic district of Covington, Georgia. This is actually a funeral home. The Church Street Barber Shop. So once upon a time, the railway line ran into Covington, across that trestle bridge, and along this now reclaimed bicycle trail. Looks like they're doing some restoration work at the New Hope Baptist Church. I believe I'm on the outskirts of Covington and should be leaving town pretty soon. Now I'm going to be riding a few kilometres of pavement before I hit some of the gravel roads that hopefully the maps aren't lying, lie south of town. Probably should have taken a back road out of town, because this road, Jackson Highway, sucks. Oh, here we go. Nice. Got my own temporary bike lane. I cannot recommend riding this road. It is not for the faint of heart. Thankfully there's some semblance of a bike lane here. Off the main road. So if you're not really interested in cruising around Covington, I suggest you start this ride, assuming my loop works, out of town. Momentarily I should be riding in those woods directly in front of camera. I think it's a dirt road. Let's just hope it hasn't been paved. There's some nice quiet roads. This is paved but no complaints, there's no bloody cars whizzing past me. We're on to dirt road number 1 of today's route. Now today's route, in case you're wondering, is about, I think it's 48 miles. Quite a bit shorter than my usual pursuits. I don't have a ton of time today, but beats the alternative, right? Sitting my ass on the bloody couch. A couple of you astute viewers might be wondering, hey John mate, what bike are you riding today? I'm riding none other than the Gravel Cyclist CGR SL, a bike I have reviewed in the past. That review is linked in the description below. In the group set, also I have reviewed, is the Tramforce E-Tap Access Wide hydraulic brake wireless electronic drivetrain. And today's wheel set is by Head Wheels, the Emporia GC3 Pro Carbon. I'll show you momentarily, provided I don't die first. Oh, this is nice. Oh la la. There is a good look at my steed for today, laying on the ground. I'm sure someone's going to say, oh bloody hell, what are you doing laying that crap on the ground? It's going to get all scratched up. Well, guess what? When you ride these roads, see this gravel, the chunky bits here? Well, these aren't super chunky. They flick up and hit your bloody cranks, your frame, all sorts of bollocks, and your nice frame gets all banged up. So you need to get over that whoop immediately. And now it's time to press on. Hello, hello, hello. We've got a picket plank bridge. I'll give you a free tip for these bridges. See the plank part? Ignore the planks either side. Ride the middle like I'm going to do, one-handed. How easy was that? Check that out on the left of the road, folks. Once there was a house, all that remains is an old fireplace. Also, it needs to be noted, observed from you viewers, today it is windy as f***. This road is akin to a very nice gravel boulevard. Today is supposed to be a recovery day, and this route is not very recovery-like. A lot of climbing, a lot of rolling hills that are toasting my legs. The other thing, I designed this route of my own volition. It is not somebody else's route. I like doing that. I encourage you to explore. This is not about mamby-pamby land. Make a route, have fun, hope for the best. If you get lost, you can always find your way home again. It's not that difficult. And nice, for once I have a bloke on the road driving his car. The wind's going the other direction so I don't get blasted. Yo! And he's a friendly local too. You have to like that. Nice bloke. Good on you, mate. Stopping momentarily to take in the lovely view. Look at that. A couple of cows, many cows actually, in the field, hiding in the shade. And my steed, you might notice, is balanced precariously against a big ant mound. I do like living dangerously. I'm not going to shove it too hard or else the bike will be bloody covered in ants and I'll likely get bitten to hell. Okay, let's keep chugging along. Interesting, this has to be, I'm wagering, maybe, a former railway line, possibly the one that once ran out of Covington. Once upon a time, folks, a house stood right there. There are the steps and nothing much else. This is nice, free roadside bedding. Difficult to believe these roads, I believe about 1 hour from Atlanta, in an easterly direction at least. There are gravel roads southish, down in the Chattahoochee Hills area. Let's just hope that some wanker does not pave these roads in the future. Bicycles share the road. I know for a fact there are at least 2 towns along today's route, not including Covington. Naturally, I've forgotten their names. I believe I'm rolling into the first one in a few moments. These are some rather grandiose-sized sheds. Or maybe it's a big barn. A metal barn. Whatever you like to call it. Hey, g'day lad. Here's I'm approaching the main drag of this town. It's quite embarrassing, like I mentioned earlier. Completely forgotten the name. Bloody hell. Beaver Manufacturing Company! And the water tower is also labelled the same. There's the old railway station, let's go check it out. Here we go, railway nuts. There is the old railway station for Mansfield, Georgia, which looks like it was reconstituted for some time at least by the Harvest Realty Company, which appears to be out of business. Here's a nice historic building. Trendsetters up close and personal with the water tower here. Really should assemble a compendium of water towers in one video. I know some of you would be all excited about that. Soda pops, ice cream, wings and sandwiches, and it's for sale. And here we go, folks. The United States Post Office for Mansfield, Georgia. Doesn't appear to be too much happening nowadays. A lot of these businesses are sadly out of business, vacated. There is the Newton County Sheriff's Office, the East Side Precinct. Once upon a time that was a grocery store, I think. A shame, so much of small town America has declined. Now I'm on a time crunch today, folks. so I'm more than likely going to miss a few features in town, but it gives you impetus to come and explore this area for yourself. Rightio, it's time to depart Mansfield, Georgia, and there is another town just around the corner. I love how the dogwood trees appear during the blooming this spring here in the United States, or the Doggus Woodus, as I like to call them. Hello Siamese cat, I see you. Hello, back on the gravel roads on the outskirts of Mansfield, Georgia. Another sweet gravelly road. Historic Newborn, Georgia. On the right is the town hall and library, the Ziegler Child's Building. Here is the United States Post Office for Newborn, Georgia. Not sure how much is happening here nowadays. The water tower seems to be a home for turkey vultures. And look at this old warehouse. It's adjacent to the railway line. J.W. Pitt's General Merchandise and Warehouse. On the right here we have the Newborn United Methodist Church. I'm not a religious bloke, but I certainly can appreciate interesting church architecture and those beautiful stained glass windows. Railway line, long out of action. Another old warehouse here that seems to have experienced better days. Finally, Coke with coffee comes to the United States. This stuff is bloody crack. Well, it's time to leave town and head back towards Covington. Hopefully my route utilises several gravel roads. Chip seal road, no worries. Especially when you're aboard a bike such as this. Wide tyres, low pressure make the ride plush. Oh yes, back on the gravel roads. On the left, a very fine wood cabin. Ah yeah. Alright, gotta be careful here. That coffee with Coke kicked my ass into gear. I feel absolutely amazing right now. It's amazing what caffeine and a little bit of sugar can do for your overall constitution. As you can see, I'm riding into the sun, which is something you really want to avoid doing on a busy paved road for obvious reasons. Despite having a very sweet gum and Varia tail light, it is still difficult for motorists to see cyclists such as myself when the sun is blinding them. trendsetters. I don't believe there is any more gravel on my route, it's all pavement. And I've got about 18k's ride back into Covington. So you may not be seeing too much more video from this point onwards. Nothing personal. Well, I got that totally wrong. There's more gravel roads, yes. Brilliant. I got some loggers. Hello. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, you naughty boy. Oh, don't die. He was quite an agile old bugger. Very grumpy though. I'm heading due north. I think entirely now on pavement back into Covington. Hopefully these are mostly quietish sort of roads. I have about 3 miles left to ride. Unfortunately, a lot of it is on GA36. Thankfully, it's sort of quiet right now, but it's still not that comforting having cars whiz past you at 55 plus mile an hour. Welcome back into Covington, Georgia. Well, trendsetters, that about wraps up today's video here in Covington, Georgia. I hope you enjoyed tagging along. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel. And don't forget to click the bell button to be notified of future videos such as this one, product reviews, bike reviews, and other insanity. I'll see you, hello woofer, in the next video.